everyone, welcome to Tuesday's vlog with I'm Dhoni, and on set we have an amazing guest who is a campus director of Hult Prize Foundation. She's an environmentalist and so much more on her crown. So she's here with us and she's ready to talk to us about her journey in whatever things she's doing. Welcome on the show, Miss Mativo. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Dhoni. I'm doing well.
Mhm. So, Miss Mativo, you're doing so much compared to your age. For those who don't know what you're doing actually, who is Mativo?
Thank you very much, Dhoni. So, who is Patricia? Uh, well, I think I'm just a go-getter in whatever life presents. I believe that opportunities won't come to you and just give themselves to you unless you take them. Okay, in simpler terms, I can just define myself as a go-getter. Yes. Ever since once I got into the accident, actually I'm a physically challenged person, and it's because of a road accident. So there's these 2 years where I was just staying at home, not going to school, not doing anything. Then eventually I just told myself, you know what, if you keep on like this, nothing will happen to you. I mean, there's no difference between you and the people who are dead. And I honestly don't like asking for favors. I just like being independent. Yeah, and that's when I said I'll just grab whatever opportunity comes my way. I'll try to prove to the world what I'm made of, because just my disability does not just define me. There is more to me than just what you see. And I am passionate about leadership, about the environment. Oh, I love animals, cats mostly. Yeah, what else? I'm a mental health advocate because I went through some depression years ago, and I honestly never saw what I went through happening. I mean, seeing it in another person, it's something that I cannot tolerate seeing it in another person. So ever since then, I chose to be a mental health advocate. Yeah, and also there is part of me in the innovation world. Yes. Oh yeah. Do I mention my titles? Okay. First, I'm a former brand ambassador for Riziki sauce. Um, uh, I've been a student leader twice here at Multimedia University of Kenya, and I'm the PR for virdismart, and also now the CPO for an upcoming app. And now, latest, I'm the vice chair of the United Nations Fund for Population Youth Advisory Panel. That is UNFPA. Yep.
Anyway, I want to take you back kidogo with you. How was you growing up, and what was that thing that you really wanted to do when you grow up, aside from what you've been like achieving by now?
Well, yeah. Well, most people growing up, whatever they wish they will do when they are adults. Adulting is hard. So I think most people aren't doing what they wished. So for me, first, when they asked me what do you want to become when you grow up, I said I wanted to be a house help. Shame on me on that child. Why? Because I used to love children so much, and I was like, being a house help, that means I'll be close to the children. Until I met this auntie who had that, and she was like, every day kenye umesema nitakutwanga mtoto. Yeah, then ever since then I was like, my mom is an engineer, why not become an engineer? Then aside from that, I used to love modeling and dancing. My mom used to record videos of me catwalking. That was before the accident. So when I was young, my mom used to have this camera, and she'd tell me, haya, tembea kwanza pale mpaka hapa. She record me like catwalking. Yeah, then in school I would just dance. I wouldn't like do the twerk, but people would be like, okay, you don't know how to twerk, but your moves, there's something about your moves that we love. Yeah. Then yes, that's what I wanted to do back then. But at the end of the day, it's God who directs you on what you should do when you're big. Yes.
20, this guest of ours made headlines while she invented something to do with automated hand washing station. So take us kindly through that story.
So the automated hand washing station, it was a product of 4 people. That was me, Eric Munene, Philip, and Jarvis. And by then, most people were coming up with these hand washing stations where you have to like use touch so that you wash your hands. And again, it was this time where there was the pandemic. Then I was like, okay, how about if we try to avoid touch and ensure that people are still able to do their hands, and also how can we also help people with disabilities, because the manual hand washing stations is a bit hectic for some people with different disabilities. Then that's when we're like, at first we'll be solving two issues. We'll be preventing cross infection of the COVID, the pandemic, and also two will be helping people with disabilities access the hand washing stations with ease, because it involved using sensors. Yeah. Yes, and we acted quickly, and we were recognized. We won awards from Ford, yeah, as grant money to enhance our products. Yes, and Ford is in partnership with Enactors, so it's both ways, Enactors and Ford. And the school appreciated our work. Yeah, they published us on their website. And sorry, and also NTV, the newspaper recognized our work too. And I remember it was exactly on June 5th. That's the World Environment Day. We were published on the magazine for the newspaper Daily Nation. For me, it was like, wow, first I love the environment, and I like publishing this thing on the day that I love the most. So it's a day that I'll never forget.
Wow. Like, wow. Are you just hearing that? Um, okay. You are a campus director at Hult Prize Foundation. For one who has no idea what that means, please make him or her understand what really is being a campus director mean.
First, yes, I was the Hultprize campus director, year 2020, 2021. And Hultprize is a global foundation. Let me say it's a global network where students from all over the world, that is in 5 continents, in different countries, uh, are given a theme, which they should come up with innovations that solve a problem around that theme. Like last year's theme was food for good. So students all over the world were expected to come up with innovations that solve anything that involves food. If it's helping the farmers, that's good. If it's packaging, if it's coming up with better ways on improving food, or coming up with other food methods, Yeah, so I, as a campus director, that means I was the head for Multimedia University. My role was to ensure that Hult Prize in multimedia was realized. I was supposed to look for teams, more than 10 teams. I was supposed to look for partners, funders, judges, because that program, you needed to have the best team that represents your school in the regionals, and the regionals happen in over 50 countries all over the world. And our winning team went to Kuala Lumpur, yeah, Malaysia. So yes, and for the first time, our school through my leadership as the campus director, we're able to provide a team that went to the regionals. Actually, 2 teams. One was in Mozambique, and the other one was in Malaysia. So the one that went to Malaysia won, and it competed against Arab nations. And winning the regionals means you go to the accelerator, which happens in London. So yeah, for the first time, a team from Multimedia University was going to represent Kenya in London. Yes.
Yani nimeshanga, nimeshtuka. So you have served as a secretary in charge of health and environment in Multimedia University. And what roles have you played since you started, and what have you learned so far?
Yes, I've been a secretary for special needs, health and environment. That's one docket. So the first part of that docket is special needs, where I represent students with disabilities. I ensure that all their matters are met, and I ensure that they're comfortable here in school. Then also second, now the health and environment part, I have to ensure that any matters involving the health and environment concerning students and the university at large are taken care of. So for persons with disabilities first, for me it was a pleasure serving them, because before my leadership, other leadership before me, I felt like they were not trying to really meet our needs, because they weren't that affected to know exactly what these people, this special group needs. So immediately when I got into power, I ensured that most of the students with disabilities were taken care of. For example, accessing rooms, it was really hard because trying to after the first year, trying to get rooms from then back then, it was your own effort whether you get it or not. But for me, I was like, wait, hold on. What do you mean that these people will have to book rooms normally as other students? No, you should know that before any other student, even before the student leaders, students with disabilities are the ones who should be accommodated first. Yeah. Then second, there were no ramps. There are people who are using walkers. Thank God we don't have people who are using a wheelchair. Yeah, but you see, having ramps in even the new building and the other areas close to the hostels was a plus for my group. And also the issue of sanitation with the toilets, it was really really hard. You can easily get infected, so I ensured that there are toilets that were renovated specifically for students with disabilities. Yeah, and then ground floor. So yeah, then now back to health and environment. Coincidentally, I've been the vice chair for the health club, so it has been really easy working on that department. So I wouldn't say I've been doing it as MOOCs, but most of the projects I've done them with the health and environment. Even through my leadership, I just work with the health and environment club. So we have done a couple of cleanups outside the school, in other institutions such as African Nazarene, and also we have partnered with them to come inside our school where we do cleanups. We raised our dustbin at Chafua. I'm sure you have seen it, the health and environment club. Yeah, and many more projects we've planted trees, has having projects that involve the environment. It's just happiness for us because we keep it clean, we keep it green. Then when it comes for the health part, we have done HIV awareness. So we ensure such campaigns that most students are able to know their HIV status in a friendly way, because it's easier when a peer talks to a peer rather than somebody else talks to you and tell you, it's important that you know your HIV status. But me, I'll be like, if unajua kweli ukijua sahi status yako ni muhimu, si ndio ujue venye utacheza huko nje. Then akina umemwongelesha in that one, ako like, by the way, it's really nice. So yeah, I mean, it's a whole big thing.
Okay, moving on ahead. There's something about Virdismart Global that you're part of. What is that really? Can you just take us through what Virdismart Global is all about?
Yeah, very smart. It's a team of 4 people, as I mentioned earlier. And basically, we come up with projects that we believe solve the community's problems. For example, we came up with the automated hand washing station. Then we came up with the smart recycling bin. And now we're working on product verification. Going deeply into these projects, that's again another interview on its own, I guess. But yeah, that's basically it. And my work is basically public relation, where I reach out to potential partners, investors, and also market our company through the social media platforms.
Oh, that's so interesting, actually. So how far have you gone with all that you have accomplished? Who have you met, and what have you learned?
So far, I think I have just grown as a person. Uh, and who have I met? I have met new people, new partners, new friends along the way. I know you want to know in terms of celebrities. I've met Janet Mbugwa. I have met JK. Uh, that's Jeff Koinange. Oh, I've also met Isaac Maura. I have met for Hultprize. Oh gosh, I don't know why my mind is so short. Oh, I have not physically met with Aziad, but I was able to interact with Aziad through Hultprize. Wow. Willias Raburu didn't meet physically, but through Hultprize we were able to communicate. Gosh. And I think many more. I don't know why I'm blonde right now. What have I learned? You shouldn't stop. The journey is never easy. You just have to keep on fighting and fighting. Because for a fact, my partners will tell you how many times I wished to stop what I was doing. Because I'm a person who puts her hand in every work, every opportunity that comes in. So at the end of the day, I end up being too involved. But I never dropped any. and I just kept on focusing on what needed my most attention and what needed my least attention. But both of each of them, regardless, I still had to give like my output so that the whole team benefits also.
Such a young brain, but so smart. Actually, guys, if you don't know, Patricia Mativo was once a student just a few weeks ago, and she was a student at Multimedia University studying something to do with analytical chemistry. And of course, being a student, there's a lot that she might have or she has learned over the years. I just want you, Patricia, to talk to maybe a student or more than one student who is currently watching this show and be like, I wish I could be mentored by her. I wish she could just give us a tiny advice on how to, tackle life in school as a student, getting high grades and stuff. Yeah.
Do not lose focus on your academics. Despite being involved in everything that we have mentioned earlier, my focus was my education, and whenever I felt like my education was being tampered on, I would like try to give myself a break. Yeah, so don't lose focus on education. At the end of the day, you came to school because, that's what brought you to school, your academics. So everything else has to fall second, and try to ensure that your other priorities don't make you lose focus. Like now, it shouldn't be the reason why your grades are going down, and you'll be confidently saying, you know what, despite that, I've been able to do this and this, so my grades don't matter. No, everything matters. Whatever you're working on, everything matters, and you have to give equal chances to both. And don't follow the crowd. Just be you. You must have a mentor. I've said must because I found myself having a mentor even when I didn't plan. Having a mentor, it guides you. Whenever you're trying to get lost, they remind you of your purpose. Yeah, whenever you need counseling, your mentors can also be your counselors. So try to have a counselor. Have genuine friends. Again, don't follow the crowd. If your friends are not what you define yourself, then I think it will be fair enough if you try to let go of for your betterment. Yeah, if your friends are the people who will try to make you lose focus, I think again you have to just let go of them. But in a nice way, not that, you people are bad. No, no, no. There's a way where you just be like, oh, yeah, nowadays maybe I'm just busy. Guys, I'll catch up later with you. Yeah, academics is just a whole another story on its own, but try not to lose focus. Yeah.
So, Patricia, I'm just over curious. Like, did you ever imagine yourself back years ago, like, by the time I'm this age, I'll be doing this and these things and all this? Because, your life is so arranged. It's like you're so sure of what will happen tomorrow. So, did you, like, picture yourself doing all these kinds of things that you're doing right now? Or, yeah, just tell us.
Did I see myself back then to where I am right now? No, I'm not a psychic. So clearly, no, I didn't see myself. But I remember when I was a first year, I used to have this good friend of mine called Patrick. That was in 1.1. Then I would just look around campus straight to see what people are doing. Some people were walking around rooms selling things. Then I said, you know what? By the time I'm finishing my 4th year in this school, I need to have created impact. How? I don't know. But then I used to say, you know what? I'll probably sell some few stuff, of which I did. But what exactly, like the kind of impact that I wanted to leave, of course, wasn't just selling. I didn't know that I'll eventually end in leadership. But then it's something which I was like, maybe I can try. And I did. And again, you see now with leadership, other people see your potential. Because with Hultprize, they called me, they're like, we think we could represent Hultprize in Multimedia University. There are other applications, but we'd also want you to apply. Then I also went through the interview process. But my life, how I've just put it in a way that God would lead me. And not just lead me, where also I myself will try grab opportunities that present themselves. But at the end of the day is how God would lead me, because he knows my purpose. I honestly don't know what my purpose is yet. And I believe that God is leading me towards my purpose each and every day. So whatever opportunity comes, just grab it. You never know where it will take you. Yeah.
Wow, that's so something. So recently, or can I say days ago, I was flipping through the world of social media, and I happened to see your post, you being given a certain, was it a T-shirt or whatever, and it was written, we should stop, what should we stop? Ukeketaji, something to do with that, and I was like, I have tea for this, I have tea. So again, I read through your caption and you are like, you have been made the vice chairperson.
Yeah, actually, it's now 2 days ever since I was elected. That's the word. I was elected as the vice chairperson of UNFPA. Yup. Yeah, so UNFPA is United Nations Fund for Population, and YAP is Youth Advisory Panel. So UNFPA normally looks for a YAP team that will advise them on matters involving youths. And UNFPA is basically about sexual and reproductive health rights, things to do with GBV, FGM, and everything that involves pregnancy, teen pregnancy, basically anything that involves sexual and reproductive health. So they look for a team of youths who will advise them. So after that, the team comes together with the outgoing team, and from there, elections have to be made for the new officials.
Wow, super congratulations. Like, congratulations. So, on terms of all that, you've also mentioned that it's very important to have a mentor. So, for me, nimekaa hapa, I'm like, who is your role model? Like, do you have anyone else who you look up to in terms of what you are trying to, to pursue and accomplish? There's this one person you're like, okay, that person, I want to outsmart her or him. Who is that person really?
You'll be surprised that I actually don't have a role model. Yes, but I have mentors who guide me on how to move forward whenever I'm stuck. They remind me of my potential.
Patricia is one of among those people I'm like, when I grow up. Wow, that is a very wise answer. You are also a mental health advocate. Hmm? So tell us the initiatives that you have taken so that you can, comb anything to do with mental health issues and stuff.
Yeah, so first I reach out to people through my social media platforms, be it Twitter. I mostly use Twitter, and of course WhatsApp when I post on my page. So from then you'll be surprised that people who don't even know me approach me and ask for support in terms of their mental health. Because for me, just keep it plain the way it is. If you need help, I'm here. I will not judge you. So just approach me, and I've been able to get also like referrals. Like a friend of mine who knows me will refer their friend to me. They'll be like, "Hey Trish, I have this friend of mine. I feel she's not okay. Can you please?" Then, "Hey Trish, like I've been getting a lot of referrals, and I'm a person who's private. Once you tell me your problems, I keep them to myself." And I honestly don't understand why other people will go out there telling. Yeah. So when you come to me, you confide in me, I'll take it as my own problem. I'll listen to you and I'll try assist you in any way I can. If it's somebody you need to, if it's somebody else who you think will help you better, I'll try to connect you to them. If it's me, I'll ensure that I put my all. And the people who I've pinned in my WhatsApp are people who are going through their mental health issues. I don't pin boyfriends, I don't pin girlfriends. No, I pin people who really need my emotional support. Yeah. And this year, I actually wanted to launch my own foundation. Basically, okay, something that will help people with their mental health issues. But as you can see, I was a fourth year. I was also already involved in other projects. But it's something it's gonna come to existence. Yeah.
Wow, I'm dumbfounded. Like, I don't know what to say. I can't put my act together any longer. Like, apparently, this is the last question of this interview, and I feel like so. I wish tungeendelea na kuendelea because I feel like you're so. Yeah, so. So, what is your parting shot? Where can people get you on your socials? And what is the last thing that at least you want to say on this show?
Oh, okay. First, thank you, Mudoni, for having me. My parting shot is just be yourself, be kind. You don't know what people are experiencing. It starts with helping your friend. then your friend will help you someday. You never know. Just be kind and don't expect anything in return. Also be kind to the environment, because again it will, the same, you see in physics we have this law that says for every for every action there is an equal and opposite, there's an equal and opposite reaction, I think. Yeah, like what you give is what you receive. What you do to nature is what it will do to you, probably today or even later. What you do to somebody, it's what will also happen to you, probably now or later. So just be honest. Whatever you'd want to be done to you, let it be done to you. Keep on going, keep on reaching for the stars and more, the moon, the whole galaxy. Don't be scared. Just try. It's about trying. How I've gotten to this point is about trying, because if it wasn't trying, then I wouldn't have known my potential. You only get to know about your potential when you try. Yes, and be prayerful. At the end of the day, it's God who will direct you and will give you hope. Thank you. And my social media handles, basically it's just Trish Mativo or Mativo Trish. How you put it will just get me. I'm sure when you put Trish Mativo, you'll just see me in the suggestion list. Yeah.
So guys, that's all I had for you in this episode, and more and more and more vlogs are coming on your way each and every Tuesday. So feel free, like hit that like button, share it around, and come back for subscription. Yeah, just subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can follow me on Instagram, Valmdhoni, put a Y at the end. And yeah, till next Tuesday, bye.